Today we are talking about what's so great about Baltimore, Maryland, and we're getting started right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things Maryland. So if that's the kind of information you're looking for, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of our weekly videos. And if you ever have any specific real estate questions, feel free to reach out to the number on your screen. That does come directly to me. You can call or text, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Today, let's jump right into what's so great about Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, first let's talk about affordability. So I talk to people all the time coming up from DC and then also coming down from the Northeast, Boston, New York, Philly, and they're always shocked when they get down to Baltimore at how much more they can get as far as housing in Baltimore. So the popular areas, like Fells Point, Fed Hill, Canton, you can get a nice 3-bed, 2-bath row home in Baltimore, for in the mid to high twos and into the 300,000 mark, and you just can't get that in those other areas. So that is a huge benefit when you're talking about Baltimore, especially since a lot of people are coming from more expensive areas and they're always just shocked at how far their money goes when it comes to purchasing a home here in the Baltimore area. Another awesome thing about Baltimore is they are making a huge stride to become more bike friendly. So you're going to see all over Baltimore 5-foot wide bike lanes, and they have plans to continue to add more and more. So that's a huge benefit. You can get around easily, and it's very accessible if you are willing to get on a bike to get around, to cut down on your car expenses and your gas expenses, and that's a huge benefit that Baltimore has to offer. Another great thing about Baltimore is it really is unique. It's really got its own feel to it. It's always funny talking to people and just experiencing this myself too. DC and Baltimore are about, depending on traffic, 40 to 50 minutes apart, about 45 miles. And they really just are worlds apart. They're just so different. DC in general has much more of a kind of rat race kind of feel. Everyone's looking to kind of further their career, and it's got all the government, all the political opportunities down there. But when you come up to Baltimore in general, you'll find when talking to people that it's just much more of a kind of a slower pace kind of lifestyle, which people tend to enjoy when compared to DC, even though it's so close. It's not uncommon at all in Baltimore when you're walking to a restaurant or walking your dog for people to be very friendly when out and about throughout the city, which I think is really cool. It's the kind of city where you know more of your neighbors, and striking up a conversation with someone on the street is not uncommon, that you typically just don't get from a big city. Another thing I love about Baltimore is the accessibility to so many different areas and so many different things. So you are just about a 45-minute bus ride to DC if you need to get down there, a little over an hour to Philly, and about a 3-hour bus ride to New York. Now, this is very common, well, before COVID, right? People are traveling less, but about a $30 to $40 round trip bus ride to New York City if you want to do a day trip or an overnighter there. That was kind of a fun and affordable thing to do right here in the Baltimore area. You are also only 3 hours away from Ocean City, so in the summer you have accessibility to beaches, and then also you're only about 2.5 hours away from the mountains. Deep Creek is a very popular area in Western Maryland where you can get out and you can ski and you can have that lake experience as well, which is just a great place to get away to year-round, no matter what you like to do. And lastly, Baltimore has a ton of history, which is just awesome. You see it from the older row homes to the brick streets, the amazing architecture, as well as all the monuments and the public spaces as well. You see it throughout everything in Baltimore. Fort McHenry, which was first built in 1798 and famous for, in the War of 1812, defending the Baltimore harbor against the attack from the British Navy. This is also where Francis Scott Key was inspired to write our national anthem. And also the old Baltimore Shot Tower in 1828. This was actually the tallest structure in the United States. Now that wouldn't last for long, but still pretty cool and something that you definitely should check out. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to comment below. Let me know what you think is so great and what you love about Baltimore. And if you ever need anything at all, feel free to comment below or reach out directly, and we'll see you at the next video.